Kōpū, a show by Wāhine Māori for Wāhine Māori.
I don't have time for your small, insecure identity.
I feel sorry for white feminists.
White feminism
If
equals
you
wounded
aren't
masculinity.
Wāhine Māori,
Wāhine Māori like me.
Amber Curran is the director, and the show is running at Te Pō Theatre, West Auckland this month.
So it's like inviting you into the kōpū, inviting you into the world, and then sharing these moments of what's in front and what is these Wāhine Māori speaking about the world for themselves, not someone else speaking for them.
Judith Collins was the motivation for the show after she complained about being refused permission to speak at the Waitangi Parliamentary Pōwhiri in 2021.
We must keep up the face-to-face dialogue. We must honour Te Tiriti.
Jacinda Ardern got special permission to speak. She was Prime Minister after all. But that wasn't good enough for Judith Collins.
It is absolutely unacceptable that people are treated differently based on their gender.
She does not have the cultural expertise to be able to acknowledge that Wāhine Māori need to lead the discussion about what our roles are.
When that happened, across our media, it seemed like, and across social media, it seemed like the loudest voice was that of Judith Collins. Now, Marama Davidson put down an incredible article about this. Wonderful, succinct, intelligent, really clear kōrero about this kaupapa.
So they went to work at Te Pō Theatre.
The person who brought everyone together, one of the co-founders of Te Pō, Tainui Tukiwaho, he went to these wahine and he said, what do we all think of this? What do we think about putting our wahine's voices right to the front and speaking our wahine telling their own stories? Who is telling our stories? Who is speaking about us, and what right do they have to speak about us? How loud can we be about speaking our own stories and our own truths?
Almost burnt everything down, all because she hated how her design of rangi toto looked like a nipple. She's a perfectionist.
We brought together these 6 Wāhine Māori to come together and share their whakaaro, but what is important? What's important for them right now? He hanga mea nui kia rātou.
There are a few faces you'd recognise from the hit TV drama series Ahi Kāroa, including Brady Pearty.
Feel it in your door, feel it in your hole, feel it bubble up and let it go! I think visibility is incredibly important, and that we stay visible as much as possible. For them to see a show like this, it would definitely just let them know that we can say the things that we want to say. We can behave in the way that we want to behave, and be as liberated and as free as you would like to be.
Ngā Kirikiri Kershaw also brings a wealth of experience to Kōpū.
tā koha au I aku mātauranga o roto I te ao kapahaka, ngā mahi a hine rehi a tāne rore, te mahi poi, me etahi o ngā nekehanga, ngā mahi kanikani, te reo Māori, ko ngā mahi kōrero te mea ua moku, engari he akoranga rawe kei roto, te ao kapahaka, koe rā taku ngākau. Nare, he pai ngā mea e rua, engari he rereke.
Because of my musical theatre background, I've got a strong musical ear, but also, I guess, a strong movement, awareness of movement.
I love writing, and songwriting is my favourite type of writing, so every opportunity we've got during the show to do that, I'm like, oh, should I share this? Or, oh, we need a song about that? Cool, yeah, okay, I'll try that.
There were a few stories in here that were kind of, I guess in a way, purely my idea. Like one of the chapters, we call it the French theme, and it's based on my fantasy as a young teenager wanting to live in France and leave Hamilton and just live in France.
Pretty much nothing is off limits in Kōpū.
We know how naughty our wahine are as well, and so we have fun within that naughty. We try to follow in the footsteps of our nannies who you hear listening. You can listen to them having a kōrero in the kouta, and they can go from 1 minute talking about some things that are really, really important to then being ridiculous and hilarious. So that's what we want to do with this whakaari.
A big point of the show is the idea that Pākeha should keep their noses out of Māori cultural business, that Wāhine Māori are strong enough and creative enough to speak for themselves.
That we're not silenced, we're very loud and proud.
Just celebrate being Māori and celebrating our ira wahine, regardless if you're wahine or not, and that's something that sits in all of us.
What would you say to people who assume that Wāhine Māori should do things a certain way?
I would say, ako, learn, listen and learn and know when it's your place. Know when it's your place to stand forward and speak for Wāhine Māori, and know when you need to uplift the voices of others. Take off your cultural blinders that make you think that you don't have any cultural values. Look at your own and then start to learn about the other ones that are of the people of the land that you're living on. It's really simple.
Kōpū. Kōpū.